arriving to court today. He actually had a smile on his face until he learned the news that we've just learned moments ago. The judge also classified him earlier today as a sexually violent predator. Cosby was convicted in April of drugging and sexually assaulting Andrea Constant at his home in 2004. The jury, for what was a retrial, found Cosby guilty on 3 felony counts, and just moments ago, the same judge in that case, Judge Stephen T. O'Neill, ruling Bill Cosby needs to serve time in prison.
Why is Bill Cosby in jail? Why is Bill Cosby going to prison? How come Donald Trump and that Harvey Weinstein fella and Charlie Sheen, who give people AIDS and stuff, how come they're not in jail? Why is Bill Cosby even having this trial when this trial is going against the law? They bend the law and broke the law to try Bill Cosby. That don't make no damn sense. And a bunch of whores, a bunch of groupies in Hollywood. If you're going to put Bill Cosby in prison, then put all of Hollywood in prison. Because them girls voluntarily came to his house. And he even admitted years ago that he did drugs. He did drugs with the women. And they gave him a little fine or whatever, sealed the case, and then decided 10, 20 years later to bring the case back up. That's breaking the law right there. That case supposed to have been sealed. And I know women that's been raped. This is an insult to people that's been raped, to real rape victims. When you got a bunch of hoochies, a bunch of Hollywood groupie whores parading around as rape victims. And then you're going to act like this is a great victory, that like you done took down a powerful man. There's never been a time in America that a black man, no matter how powerful he is, could rape a white woman and get away with it. If you guys are not using y'all intelligence, man, this trial is a mock racist trial.
Lindsay Davis has been standing by. She's covered this case from the get-go. She was inside court as the judge handed down that sentence. Lindsay, walk us through this. What a lot of people expected would happen.
David, you know, Bill Cosby remained emotionless. He had his head forward. He sat just looking straight ahead. And meanwhile, in the back row, it was filled with maybe about 8 of other Cosby accusers. And they had all...
Now, one thing I can say about Bill, he's slick. He didn't bring Camille. He didn't let his wife come see him be humiliated and chained up and hauled off in front of the world like he's some kind of criminal, like he's a threat to society at 81 years old. He's a threat? Really? Like he's some sexual predator. He gonna snatch some kids off the streets? I don't think anybody believes Bill Cosby is a threat to the public. I mean, really, come on. This trial is a racist trial. Shouldn't have never even went to trial. You know, they always bend the laws. And then the trial, they had a hung jury. Back in the days, that would have been case over. But they keep changing the law to put black men in jail, to put black people back in prison, to make us slaves again.
Already handed out tissues. Immediately the tears began to flow. They were crying quietly so they wouldn't get kicked out of court. Interlocked fingers. They were all holding hands. They were nodding their heads fervently again and again. But it was quiet. You could hear a pin drop in the courtroom. Additionally, the judge said that he'll have to pay for the prosecution costs for court. He has to pay a $25,000 fine. Leading up to his sentence, he gave some really strong...
Boy, these white folks in this government, boy, they cold. And then they make you pay for the privilege of mistreating you. Where's Donald Trump at? How come he's not in jail for rape? Where's Charlie Sheen, who spread AIDS around to women? Where's Woody Allen, who molests kids? Come on, people. Why is Bill Cosby going to jail at 81 years old? I mean, something's wrong with this country, man. And then when we holler racism, they say we're, you know, making problems, making trouble and stuff. But we got to sit back and watch injustices happen over and over again, man. I know back in the days, I thought Bill Cosby was a house nigga, Uncle Tom, and a lot of blacks probably felt that way. But Bill Cosby, the truth is, done a lot for people, and a lot for white people in this country. And he's donated more than anybody has ever donated. He's donated over $100 million. Who else has done that? I believe he could have put his money into more local things and helped the hood a little bit more on a local level. But Bill Cosby is about as good as an American citizen or a celebrity can be. This trial is a racist trial that should have never even took place. And if Bill Cosby ain't blind, which I think he can see, I think he's just legally blind, but you know, he in trouble, so you know, you gotta work your blindness, you know. But whether he can see or not, if he was totally blind, if he can see that thing that is accusing him of rape, it's enough to make you go blind, because that bitch is ugly. She's not an attractive lady at all. And she's sitting up there, I see the guilt on her. She's trying to act like she done had a victory for rape victims and stuff in the Me Too movement that has destroyed black men. Where's these powerful white men at? Black men ain't powerful in America. There's never been a time that we can rape white women or even get accused of being raped by white women and get away with it. That goes for Bill Cosby or anybody else. They destroyed Black Wall Street because a white woman said she got raped. And Black Wall Street was worth a lot more money than Bill Cosby is worth. And you seen what they did to Black Wall Street, and you seen what they did to Bill Cosby. There ain't no power in rich black people. Arrest Donald Trump. Arrest Charlie Sheen, Woody Allen. That's your power of the white boys. Come on now with this bullshit.
Quotes directly aimed at Bill Cosby, and he said, "The jury's verdict must be heard loud and clear. You are convicted of a very serious crime."
Put Mick Jagger in jail. Some of the rock and roll celebrities. Put them in jail. And Mick Jagger, you fucked everybody. He even got the great Patti LaBelle. But he done banged a lot of women and shit and forced himself to get. What happened to Elvis Presley, who used to date young girls from high school? And they used to videotape him going up to schools, picking up his girlfriend from high school. When are they going to really show some real justice and shit? And Bill Cosby stuff, man, that ain't nothing but celebrity stuff. That ain't nothing but celebrities and a bunch of their groupie hoes. And the hoes probably got mad because they didn't come up the way they thought they should have came up. This is a disgrace. And America should be ashamed of themselves.
Again and again, he said no one is above the law. He talked about, despite
the white folks is, the white boys are. Trump is above the law.
No one is above the law.
Yeah, Trump is above the law. Charlie Sheen is above the law. That Jew boy, what I think his name, Randy, what is it, Weinberg, I think, Henry Weinberg, whatever. He's above the law. There ain't no black man above the law.
The judge classified him as a sexually violent predator. He sent a signal there that this was not going to
He's violent. He's violent too. A legally blind 81-year-old black man. He's violent. That everybody knows. And we have never seen him do anything violent, and there's nothing violent that he has ever done that we've seen and know of. Everything is hearsay.
See, because Pennsylvania state law defines a sexually violent predator as a person who has a mental abnormality or disorder that makes the person likely to engage in predatory sexually violent offenses. Because his defense team was arguing he was 81 years old, he was blind, and he was frail, but that apparently didn't work into the judge's decision.
Look at him. And America is based off of pedophiles and rapists and stuff. And how dare America to accuse anybody, especially black, of doing things that they have a history of doing and known for doing. And so this is crazy. You know, now the man is a threat, 81 something years. This is why people hate America, and this is why people are going to eventually turn on white people. If white people don't start standing up, helping with this injustices that's going on. If Bill Cosby slipped the girl pills and shit 30-something years ago, oh well. You know, why was they in his home? These girls was going back and forth to his home and office and hotels and stuff, man. Anyway, poor Bill Cosby, man. But, you know, that's what you get for hanging out with the wrong type of people, trying to please the wrong type of people. Anyway, that's my take on it. I'm out.